numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name, though.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Down, 180. 6-man. Run check, move it down.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Carr. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Mike, number 53, Mike 53.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
I got you.
From the 29, Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Sponge, red.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
All day. Check.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter. Switch.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Rivers throws there, complete to Allen. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the Raiders' 9-yard line.
Black 15. Not today, you are. No, Joker.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Black 15! Keep it skinny! Hey, Rocket! It's our time, guys. Hey! High 7!
From the gun, Rivers. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the ground is Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland.
Let's go.
Benjamin on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check 31, check 31.
Shift, watch the shift.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Down. 180. Hey, we're good, we're good. 180.
36.
Shift.
Express.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Red Delta.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Red.
53's the mark.
Hey, ready.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Switch.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Black 15! Hey, 79! 79! Hey, Delta!
From the red zone now, Rivers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
64, weak. Left.
On second down, Rivers again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry. As the first half is winding down, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. OP. Safety's creeping. Check 3.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Rivers on first down. stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Check the backer, check the backer. Kill.
80 weapon.
On second down, it's Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Davidson. That one good for 26 and a first down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, 734. 59 mark. Hey, Haywood. You run. Heavy.
Kill. Turn up.
From the gun, it's Carr. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And an alley to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon, an even 90 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Crunch time, defense. Check.
Go, Chief.
Fresno. No. Off.
93.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
Check 4. Alert flare.
Hey, exit.
On 3rd down, Carr. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Singletary has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey. 6:37.
49, guys. Mike.
Hey, Echo.
I got one. Mike's 49.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 yards on the play. First down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Okay, double up.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go Let's go, D.
They run here with Singletary. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Devin Singletary, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side.
Side, 380.
53 is the mic.
Hey, easy, easy.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 31-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Rivers will get this one to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Set, 180. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Hey, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Load it. Load it. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Mike.
Cut. 390.
Mike. Come on, baby.
Room.
Let's see what you got.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
That's it. Round 80.
Number 50.
Hey, go Orange. Orange.
On the carry, it's Jackson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
White 90. Black 11. Hey, Delta.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal.
Ready! Round 80! Round!
53 is Mike.
Small!
53 is Mike.
To throw, Rivers. Oh, and he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Davidson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. They will run with Singletary. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Levante David in on the tackle. From the 31, Carr. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
White, 29.
Shift. Rush in.
Down.
Rush in.
To throw on third down. Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davidson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Carr now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it second and 5. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
It's a gain of 5.
From the 45 on second down, Carr. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
180, 380.
Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Check. Alert 3.
12.
Watch the twitch.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
180. We ain't giving up nothing this game.
Check nickel.
White.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still